What's going on, guys? It's Aaron with Lansing Lawn Service. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm distracted. I'm doing dishes right now. I've got to kind of multitask today. Today I want to talk to you about the 10X lie. Thank you for watching this video today. Please hit that subscribe button and join the lawn crew. Also, if you really enjoy this video, smash that like button and be sure to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button just to stay notified when we put out a new video. Also, check out our Amazon affiliate links down in the description. Those links take you to different products that we are affiliated with, and when you click on that affiliate link and purchase that item, we get a small kickback from the purchase of that item, and that just helps us to continue creating awesome content like this video. Now back to the video. I just got done listening to the audiobook for the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and it was an okay book, but what I realized after 2-3 years of watching different landscaping lawn care videos on YouTube and seeing guys go through these phases where they read a book and then they get super excited about it and they're all gung-ho and they're like, I'm gonna 10X my landscaping lawn care business. I'm gonna 10X it, y'all. And what happens is, over time, they don't even ever talk about 10Xing anything anymore. Why do you think that is? Number one, it's because it's not sustainable. You can, for a little while, do everything and plan everything for 10 times the amount of work that you want. Okay, you can plan it that way. You can. However, in the long term, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable because if you're like me and you're a solo operator and you kind of like to stay that way, you can't 10X it. You have to be strategic about your growth. And that's one thing that Grant Cardone kind of, I want to say poo-poos in his book. Don't plan, don't strategize, get out there and get to work. That's what he says. And he says that's what he does. I kind of find that hard to believe, seeing as, he's very successful and runs a business and probably multi-businesses. And I just find that really hard to believe. Now, that being said, he says that he 10X's everything. He builds everything to 10X levels. So when he's planning, he plans for 10X growth. So let's say, realistically, as a solo operator of my lawn care business, and I do kind of want to stay that way, maybe a part-time guy here or there, but I do want to grow a little bit. If I 10X where I can realistically grow to this year and still keep my sanity, still meet all of my family obligations, to spend time with my family, to be able to have a life and to enjoy my family and enjoy my life and not always work, because I work to live. I don't live to work. Some would say that to be an entrepreneur, you have to live to work. I don't believe that is true at all. I think that you work to live. And that's the way I look at my life. So, if I were to 10X my growth for this season, I wanted originally After watching some YouTube videos, I made my goals, and I made my goals pretty unrealistic. I mean, they're not unrealistic. I can take on, my goals were to take on 20 lawns this year, which would have added to my 45 lawns that I already had, which would take me to 65 lawns. Okay? Last year, with my 45 lawns, I really felt like I was right in my sweet spot as far as work and life balance. The family and I were able to take off on weekends and go camping whenever we wanted to, essentially. And we were able to just do the things that we wanted to do. I had most weekends off. I wasn't stressed out, except for the end of the season when some truck things happened. But otherwise, it was a good year, good solid year. Yes, I only made $40,000. I'm not afraid to say what I made. I only made $40,000 last year, and I want to make more than that this year, for sure. But I still want that same level of family time and freedom. After all, that's why you start a business. And really, if I were to add 20 lawns this year, there'd be no way that I would be able to keep that lifestyle, that freedom. And so, what I have come to realize is that what I should have probably planned on is adding 5 to 6 lawns, realistically. I've already done this. I've already added about 5 or 6 lawns, plus some extra work. And some customers have dropped me this year for their own reasons, not because my service was bad. Some of them wanted to take care of their own yard. Some of them want to save money. One was a commercial account. They're not opening this year. That's an ice cream store. Their business hasn't been doing well for several years now. So those are no fault of my own. But I took on 5 or 6 clients already this year. And I let 2 go because the lawns that I had around them last year dropped off, or they dropped off in the season. I didn't have any lawns close to them. It wasn't worth it for me. The parking situation near those lawns was getting worse, so I decided to drop them. And now I've taken on these 5 clients, so I've already replaced all the clients that I've lost. I lost 4 clients, and I've replaced them and added 2. Now the clients that I've added, I have raised my rates a little bit with new clients that I'm bringing on. So I've already replaced all that money that I have lost, plus some. And I've only added 2 customers to my list. And I can handle that. So already I'm going to make more money. I've done more cleanups this year than I have done in the last 2 years combined. So right there, I'm adding work, I'm adding revenue. And all without 10xing anything. I thought, well, this year I'm going to advertise with door hangers or postcards. I did postcards this year. Handed out a bunch of them. Haven't got a single call back from any of them yet. I really targeted one neighborhood, and so it could just be that that neighborhood is oversaturated. It's a very wealthy neighborhood, so I'm fine with that. All the lawns that I picked up are in a neighborhood that I targeted last year. So I'm really okay with it. Most of the lawns that I picked up are very close to other lawns that I already have. And all of these came from my website. Not one of them came from Craigslist or from the postcards. Every one of them came from my website. So, you know, when I say 10x lie, It really is, because right now I could be out throwing out postcards. I could be throwing out thousands of postcards. And you know what? The reality is, I don't want to take on all that work. I don't want to 10x my business. I don't want to grow that much. Year over year, I want to grow, yes. And I still want to add maybe 2 more customers this year. But we'll see. The thing is that you get burned out when you try to 10x your business, and you will fall short, far short of what you want to do. And your family will suffer. Your responsibilities as a business owner will suffer. Your personal life will suffer. Your health will suffer. Because guess what? Grant Cardone has a team of people in place that do work for him. He goes around and does speaking, and he writes. Okay? That's really what he does. He's got a whole team around him of people that do all the rest of that stuff. You don't have that. So you're going to be worn down by this 10x lie that has been perpetuated by Grant Cardone. Now, Grant Cardone is not a bad person. I think he did. I think he did do all of this stuff. I bet he's not home much. I bet he doesn't have a life outside of work. I bet he is completely worn down. Maybe not now since he's got a team, but at the beginning I think he probably was. And you got to realize that you're going to get worn out. You're going to get worn down. And it's going to come at a cost. 10x, whenever you add something, you lose something. Okay? So if I add a lawn this season, I lose however much time it takes to mow that lawn. Now I gain the money, but I lose the time. What's more important? To me, time is more important. Money is important, but my free time is also very important to me. So, if you're 10xing things, you're going 10 times in your business, and you're losing 10 times at home or in your personal life. That is why I call it the 10x lie. Now, if you want to go out and you want to try it, go for it. A good example of someone that went for it and tried it and didn't get the results they wanted is Keith Kalfas. I really like Keith Kalfas, but he tried it and it bit him in the butt. It really did, because he was going so hard and so fast that he couldn't keep up with the work. His home life was suffering, he'll tell you, and it wasn't working. So what did he do? Instead of continuing to 10x everything, he went with the other stuff written by Mike Michalowicz called the Pumpkin Plan. And I believe the Pumpkin Plan is a much better way to operate your business, because you are now in a position where you're gaining customers. On top, you're adding higher paying customers, and you're shoving other customers out the door. People you don't want to deal with, the low payers, low ballers, you want them out the door. High paying, get rid of a, you gain a high paying customer, you get rid of a low paying customer. High paying customer, get rid of a low paying customer. That is how you grow a healthy business, not by 10xing everything. That doesn't cut it. In today's fast-paced world, it doesn't cut it. What cuts it, what is proven by Mike Michalowicz, is growing the biggest pumpkin that you can grow. And the only way to do that is get rid of the sick, the underperforming pumpkins, cut them out of the vine, and now you're growing a pumpkin, and a prize-winning pumpkin. So that is what I'm talking about. It's it's a falsehood. The 10x rule, it may work for some, but it's like a South Beach diet or the Atkins diet. It might work for some, but it's ultimately not the healthiest way to go. That's my perspective on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful for especially those young guys that are watching some of us older guys, and we're talking about all this stuff of, you know, exploding your business, and we're all hyped up and we're pushing hard, but they don't see behind the scenes of your family, all the fights, the time you're not spending with your family, all the time that you're beating your head against a wall because you've got so many customers, they're not paying enough, and you have all the work to do, and you're just beating your head against the wall. They don't see that side. We don't show them that side. We just show them the sunshine, the lollipops, the rainbows, when really we gotta be honest. We gotta show what business is actually like. And that is why I appreciate Keith Kalfas. This video is not to dog on him or anything. I appreciate his honesty. I appreciate all that he brings to this community. I think he's a very good example of working through running a business online through YouTube. I think he's a great shining example, and I really appreciate the content that he puts out. So guys, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you after I'm done with these dishes.